It is an absolutely gorgeous spring day here. This is my crabapple tree in my front yard, and the wind is blowing towards me at the moment, and it just smells heavenly. Oh, I wish you could smell the apple tree. It smells so good. And then the name is escaping me at the moment, but I have these bushes here. Lilac bushes. This lilac bush, that's a lilac bush. I have some lilac bushes over here, and then there's one around the side by the back door. And it just, oh, you stand up here in the driveway and you just smell the absolutely beautiful smells of spring. And I'm so happy right now. It is just gorgeous out here, and I cannot wait to get my hands in the dirt and get the garden in and take you along with me for the process. Some friends of mine came over and very nicely tilled up my garden for me because it is time to do it. And since I just had the baby, I decided I would nicely let somebody else do that for me, and I would not attempt to do that right now. So we've got the garden tilled up. They also brought over some potato starts. Oh, and it looks like some critters have already gotten into it. Okay, so they put in 2 rows of potatoes. So there's a stick here and a marker here. And I can definitely see some critters already got into that because the leaves got chewed up. So, I don't know, we'll see what happens with it. But there are 2 rows of potatoes already planted. They nicely put that in because those needed to go in right away. And they got the rest of the garden done. My kids are jumping on the trampoline. So yeah, the garden's all tilled up and ready to plant. A friend of mine brought over 34, I think there's 34 here. Yeah, 34 broccoli plants. So we're gonna try to get those into the ground, hopefully in the next day or so, because it's getting warmer, so they really need to get in. And then I actually went over to her greenhouse and I picked up, these are for a friend of mine. A friend of mine's out of town. She asked me to pick up a couple things for her. But this is oregano. So I got 3 little things of oregano. That's more lemongrass. But I got a basil plant. These are 2 basil plants. So I got a total of 4 basil plants and 3 oregano. So that along with all the broccoli. We are headed down into the garden. It's windy. I hope you guys can actually hear me. We're going down to the garden to plant that flat of broccoli. It is, well, we had a high today of about 79, but the rest of this week is supposed to be in the lower 70s. So we're going to try to get some broccoli planted tonight. So here's that flat of broccoli. There's about 30, I think there's 30 plants here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 5 is 30, 34 plants here. Okay, so 34 plants here. And what I did was I went ahead and just kind of made holes about 18 to 24 inches apart. I've got them here over by the potatoes. So that's a decent companion plant. So we're going to see if we can get 1 row planted. I've just been informed that the baby started fussing. So my husband's going to grab him and I'm going to see how long I have to get some of these into the ground.
Perfect circular ball of fire. Look at how cool that is. That is so cool. All right, we've got all 34 broccoli plants planted. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and a little bit of a fourth row down here. So that's all I'm going to be able to do for tonight. My husband came out and told me the baby is ready for me. So I'm going to go in and feed the baby, and we're going to call it a night.